guys, again Angie with Backyard Shooting, and I've got the MA2 in 25 from Macavity arms. I've done a review on it. I've also took it out and did some field tuning to show you guys how to do that, how to maximize the power. This time it's all about getting hunt ready. So when I'm looking for a PCP that is hunt worthy, I want one that's accurate. That's the number one thing that I'm going to be looking for, because if you can't hit your target, it doesn't matter how much power, how much energy, it doesn't matter how good it looks, it doesn't matter how good it sounds, how quiet it is. None of that matters if you can't hit your target. So accuracy is number one. Now, I've already done some tuning on this, so I know that it's putting out plenty of energy, but now I need to find a hunting pellet or slug that shoots accurately out of this and produces sufficient energy. Alright guys, so it's time to do some ammo testing. We've got a hunt coming up with the Macavity Arms MA2. This is a 25 caliber pellet gun, so it is capable, I am sure, after testing the average foot-pound of energy and all that kind of stuff, it is perfectly capable to take anything from a mouse all the way up to a raccoon, a coyote, if you can get a perfect shot on it. We want to find the pellet that is going to perform the best and produce the most energy and get there as quickly as possible, producing the most damage. So there's quite a few things we're looking at. We're going to test them and see which ones are the most accurate at 50 yards. And then after I figure out which pellet's the best, we're going to switch scopes to a hunting scope. Not that you can't hunt with this one, but y'all know I like to record my shots with the ATNs. And a lot of the hunting right now, it's not squirrel season, it's not raccoon, small game, possum, any of that. The options are basically night hunting, armadillos, beavers, pretty much it for right now. So at night, the ATN day-night scopes are fantastic, but I really love a thermal for spotting all those smaller creatures moving through the woods. So I'm going to be slapping the ATN Thor 5 on this after I find the best hunting pellet and tune it, if necessary, for that exact pellet. Alright guys, I guess it's time to go and decide which ones we're going to use for a hunting pellet for the Macavity MA2 and 25 cal. Let's go get the targets. So after testing 8 different types of ammo, hunting specific, I have come up with a couple of the favorites. With the tune right where it is, it actually shoots a couple of them absolutely beautifully, and there's no need for change. So I am going to go with either of those because I know they're both great pellets. The first ones are the Hades, Predator JSB Hades. These are amazing hunting pellets with some awesome energy and great accuracy in many different pellet guns. So if you do get some Hades, you're not going to be disappointed when you shoot it in most of your air guns because they shoot well in most everything. There have been a couple of things that hadn't, but they shoot great in the Macavity Arms MA2 so far. And the second ones are the JSB Knockout Slugs. These ones, I believe, actually did better than the Hades by just a tiny little bit. If you discount the one flyer, the other 4 were basically hole in hole. I don't know, it really depends. These, I'm sure the Hades are going to expand more. The slugs may cause more of a pass-through. So really the decision is, what do I want from a hunting pellet? And I also look at the performance, the velocity, the foot-pounds of energy, and to decide which one I will use. So the knockout slugs produced an average of 755 feet per second, and an average of 35.7 foot-pounds of energy. The Hades were getting mid to upper 880s and about 46 to 47 foot-pounds of energy. So these are going to cause more damage, and they're moving a little faster, so there'll be less of an opportunity for the animal to jump the shot. So I'm going to go with the Hades. All right, so now that I've found the ammo that I'm going to use, I'm going to change out the scope. I have the Hawk Vantage on here, which is great. I mean, it's really a great scope and would be just fine for hunting during the day, but I'm not going to be hunting during the day. I'll be taking this guy armadillo hunting, which means I'm going to be hunting at night. And for that, I've got the ATN Thor 5. This is a thermal optic, which will allow me to see the heat signatures of the different animals that I will see at night and be able to identify an armadillo from a possum, a rabbit from an armadillo, a deer from an armadillo, all that kinds of stuff, because there are a lot of things that are moving around at night. So once I got the Thor 5 mounted, it's time to sight it in, and I'll move up to 25 yards to do that. So at 25 yards, I put a piece of aluminum foil up because the thermal actually picks up the foil better than most anything else. And I just basically aim dead center, make the correction with the 1-shot 0, get it somewhat close to the center, and then I'm going to move it back to 50. I'm not going to get it perfectly zeroed at 25 because I'm going to move back to 50 and have to do it all over again. So we're dialed in at 50, and now it's time for some offhand practice. So far, produces plenty of energy, is extremely accurate, lightweight, easy to handle. It's pretty much perfect for the job, including well-balanced and easy to stabilize for offhand shots. It's not enough for me to stand here and talk about how much I think that this gun is worthy and able, capable, sufficient, efficient enough to take small game. It needs proven. And that's what I did. So this rifle is slingable. It's got the rear QD mounts and the pick rail for accessories right here. So it's definitely slingable, but I did not sling it. I wanted to, the first night, carry it around and see, because honestly, guys, that's generally how I hunt. I don't usually sling much unless I'm going to be walking around in the woods and bushes and stuff like that. I will sling a gun, but for the most part, if it's just flat, clear land, I like to hold the gun. And after walking around with it for, it was probably a good couple of hours out at this shooting range, my arms were not fatigued. I was fine. I held the gun up at a ready stage for quite a while just to see if my arms would be shaky and I'd be able to take a shot after carrying the gun for that long, and I had absolutely no problem. So as far as lightweight and easy to handle, absolutely perfect for some stalking of whatever it is that you're stalking. So after returning back from the armadillo hunt, where all we saw was possums, rabbits, deer, and more possums, I went to my backyard, because we do have armadillos here, and I found 3 armadillos and was able to take out 2 of them. Well, guys, that's the steps that I take to get a PCP ready for the woods, for a hunt. First, make sure it's accurate. Then, make sure it's producing plenty of power. Find its favorite ammo. Get it sighted in perfectly. Choose your optic of choice using a day scope or a night. Whatever position you'll be shooting from while you're hunting, make sure you're well practiced in it. Make a good shot, and you should have nothing but success. This again is the MA2, the Sniper MA2 from Macavity Arms. This was how to get hunt ready. I'm A-Gun Angie with Backyard Shooting. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya. Oh.
little hair somewhere that's like floating in front of my face that I can't find. Maybe it's just these bright lights messing